Happy Wednesday, people. Happy July 5th. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July, given that the 4th fell on a Tuesday. Hopefully you did nothing Monday and got Tuesday off. To my right is my smart, beautiful co-host, Gina B.
Hey.
How was your 4th?
It was a little bit boring, which is fine. I didn't mind. I stayed in for all the NASCAR festivities that we had this weekend, so I didn't want to be bothered with all of that traffic and stuff. But
Then, for those watching in other places, Chicago had a NASCAR event here where they were racing around the streets of downtown.
And it was debilitating for people who tried to.
And the night before, there were people who broke a barrier and were driving their cars on the track.
That was the only tempting part to me.
Oh, so Chicago.
I would have been excited about that.
I saw fireworks.
Did you? Well, they were all over the place.
My buddy hosts a huge fireworks show, and I don't know how many hundreds of dollars or thousands his neighbors spent. It's overkill, but it was awesome. Then I did have a heated debate, hence some sort of horse. There may or may not have been alcohol involved.
No.
But
Not you.
let's get back to the show, people. What you came for. Kris and Gina Relationship Show. We spend every week debating what's going on in my relationship. What can he do better? What type of woman do I like? And it can get heavy. Today is not one of those days. Today we're talking about everyone's favorite subject,
That's
sex.
right. Let's
So,
talk about sex.
If you are in a relationship, if you want to be in a relationship, if you've been in a relationship where things can get a little mundane, we know this, especially in long-term relationships, marriages. Today we have a guest that'll hopefully set you on your way to sexual satisfaction. We have Sexologist Goody Howard is in the building. Third time she's on the show. Without further ado, Jake, super producer Jake, can you bring in Goody?
Hey.
Studio audience applause, all three of us.
That's right.
How are you,
Crowd
Goody?
goes wild. Hi.
I'm great. I'm tired, y'all. I'm just getting back from Essence and New York and all the things. So
How was Essence? My wife was there.
it was a lot.
Really?
I went last year because my dad would have been 65, and we said, he loved women. So we was like, had he made it to 65, we had planned to take him to Essence, and he didn't make it. So we celebrated his birthday anyway. And I was so overwhelmed, and I was like, I'm not coming back unless I'm speaking.
Okay.
And I was speaking this year. So
So you had your own little room at Essence?
No. It was an Essence adjacent event, so it was happening during Essence.
Okay.
Okay.
With Vive, which is a pharmaceutical company that does HIV drugs. But we're talking about Black sexuality and safer sex.
So,
Nice.
so for those
Put my hair up.
folks watching the show, for those who will watch it, a lot of people watch the show after. That's fine. Can you? Because we know a little bit about what you do. You've been on the show twice. Thank you for coming back. For those who haven't seen you nor heard of you, first, shame on them. But can you share with them what you do?
So I am your favorite sex educator's favorite sex educator. I am a consultant. Let me just introduce myself the way I introduce myself when I'm doing trainings for medical professionals.
Okay.
My name is Goody Howard, NSWMPH. My pronouns are she, her, and boss. And I don't code switch, and I cuss a little bit. You're going to get these master's degrees and these profanities fucking with me. And the goal of my work is to expand society's understanding of sexuality and health while connecting people to pleasure with confidence.
I like all of that.
You've rehearsed that speech. I
That
love
is
it.
that is my thing.
That's
my
your
intro.
elevator pitch. I like
Yes.
it. Great. Now, how did you get started?
I've always been the freaky friend. And I'm a hustler, baby. So I just monetize my skill set, essentially. I'm an educator, first and foremost. And so I love to create interventions and frameworks that teach people things. So my friends talk to me about sex and pleasure and stuff and ask me questions. And if I don't know, I'm going to find out. And so I just started leveraging my informal and formal educations to create space for people to grow in their sexual education.
See, for the young people out there who might be watching, this is what following your passion looks like.
Exactly.
Finding something that you're really good at, but then becoming licensed and educated in the subject, and then helping people. That's great.
And before we pepper you with questions, right?
Because we have them.
Because we have them. How many years was it the first time we had Goody on our show? 2, 3?
Yeah, something like that.
I can't know exactly, but you had about 18,000 Instagram followers, and I said, Jesus Christ, I can't believe how many Instagram followers you have. Can you let folks know about how many followers you have on your different socials now?
I prefer Instagram because
Okay.
the rest of them be playing in my face. But I'm about almost 75,000 on Instagram.
Look at you.
That is amazing.
And like what Gina was saying about following your dreams, not even the young people, because I was an accountant. I used to do this on the side.
Okay. Really?
And so, I mean, it was always a part of my life, but I didn't think I could pay my grown lady bills with it.
Okay.
So
I
pivoted. Like I've been doing this 17 years. I've been doing it full time for 7. I make more than twice as much as I did as an accountant for the last 4 years.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow.
T, this is what we're talking about.
Sex pays.
So don't think I'm 43. So it's not just the young people.
Okay, not just young people. Young people always want to say, I'm following my passion. It's like, well, okay, but you still have to work at
it's still a business.
Passion. It's a business. It's like you've got your degrees. You're not just out here saying, hey, I'm just
it's important. You have to make it. It has to be able to, and that's the thing too, because especially what I do, right? People think because they like talking about sex or they like having sex, they can do my job. And that's like going into a Michelin star restaurant and thinking because you ate that food, you can make that food. It's training missing. It's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you see a lot of folks out here trying to, I mean, you're in the social media space. Do you see a lot of people trying to do these shows now?
Oh, yeah. But I'm not the only sex educator that does what I do. That's the beauty of it. We all take a different approach to it. Mm-hmm. We all highlight different things. We all move different ways. There are some people who are sex educators that teach very different than I do.
Okay.
And I've had people that have taken my class and taken other sex educators' classes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was going to say, so when you teach a class, what sets you apart from the others? Like, what's different?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so what separates me apart is that I'm not interested in helping people please their partners.
Okay.
That's not what I'm doing. I am here to center your pleasure as the person performing that sexual act. Because if you enjoy doing it, you're going to do it. It's not you got to do this thing. It's you get to do this thing. And so when we center your pleasure and take you off of, I got to please my partner. No. You got to please yourself. Because your pleasure is your responsibility. And if you're doing some shit you don't like doing, it's going to come across.
True.
And that's part of that relationship stuff y'all always talking about. Intimacy is the culture of your relationship when you're not having sex. It's the attitude. It's how y'all talk to each other when you're happy, when you're not happy, all the things. It's how you have sex together, even if it's sex you don't want to be having. I think what sets me apart is that I center the pleasure of the person having the sex. When I teach my oral sex workshops, I tell them, if you have not reached orgasm from performing oral sex, your life is incomplete.
Interesting.
Goody, I'm going to need you to make a motivational oral tape that husbands can just give the wives and guys can give the girlfriends and just slide in that car while they're driving to work.
See, you playing in my face because I teach oral sex on a penis and oral sex on a vulva, so you can get the tape too.
And I'd gladly take the tape.
Okay.
And like Gina was just saying, this is a business. The tape is always for sale. The recording of the lip service workshop, which is oral sex on a vulva, and the recording of lick, which is oral sex on a penis, are always for sale on AskGoody.com.
Okay.
Right. And by the way, folks, that is AskGoody.com. We'll say it 5 more times during the show.
That's right.
Can you let us know what classes are available that you teach? Because we've been referencing classes. I know we've seen them, but.
Okay. So I teach a couple of different ones. My most popular class is rideology, where I teach people how to get on top and ride with their vagina, their anus, or caress 2 vulvas together. It puts the power in the partner on top and helps them connect to confidence, control, and stamina. Because, you get up there, you got about, 10, 15 seconds, your check engine light come on, your knees start popping, you know what I'm saying? So I help people get on top and stay on top comfortably, right? So they're not feeling like they're in danger, so they don't feel like they're crushing their partner. I tell people, if you know 3 minutes is a long time in sex time. I tell people, if you can ride dick for 3, you can ride dick for at least 3 minutes nonstop after my class, or I'll give you your money back.
Wow.
So, now, are these participatory classes, or how are these? Like,
so these are riders only workshops. Okay. So like I said, I'm an educator. So these are riders only. So it could be men in the room, but they're trying to ride dick too. Okay. To be clear. Okay. And so what happens is you partner up. So it helps to like tell your friends. You partner up. We go over the positions. You try it on top, and then you switch, and your partner tries it on top. Your person that you're working with.
Simulations, yes.
Yeah, it's your fully clothed educational space.
Okay.
Because
two people classes then what we're talking about now.
Well, they can all be 2 people.
Or you just have people pair up because you just practice.
Like, you cute, come here.
Yeah, I mean, no, I take a break and people pair up, and they know ahead of time that they'll be pairing up, so they need to bring people with them.
You'd be like,
or they're gonna make a friend today.
How you doing?
Yeah. So what happens is it's fully clothed, okay, and we're not trying to get each other off. It's for the sake of muscle memory, so you can feel in your body how different it is from how you was riding before you got there, okay. And so because I teach from all different learning styles, audio, visual, and kinesthetic, so you practice and then you switch, and your partner is on top, so you know how it is to be on the bottom now. Because what happens is we get on top and we think, oh, I'm crushing them, oh, I'm hurting them, blah blah blah. But when you have an opportunity to be on the bottom, you realize it ain't what you thought it was. So that adds to your confidence. Because again, confidence, control, and stamina are the 3 focuses of my workshop.
Now, to Sean Watson's point, who just chimed in, it's interesting that hetero men don't take sex classes. Is that accurate, Goody?
False.
Okay, false.
So here's the thing, though. I will say, you see videos and stuff in my classes online. You see it's full of people. Men will not take sex classes in person in a group.
Really?
But they will buy the replays. They will show up for the live webinars.
So they're shy.
They're not. No, that's not shy. They think they know every fucking thing, and they don't want nobody else to know that they're even interested in learning something, because that implies that they don't know.
Oh, okay.
As a man, I tend to agree 1,000%.
It's hot in here, y'all.
Right. So, and what they do is they take the class and then they talk about it to their friends, and their friends take the class, which is fine, because that's why I have the replays available on sale all the time, because I'm gonna get my money.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Do men show up with? There are heterosexual men that would show up with their partner, their woman, or
It's not for that. It's riders only.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
That's what. Okay. The men that show up are trying to ride dick too.
Got it.
I see. Okay.
I'm teaching. So here's the thing. I'm teaching a sexual act. There's no such thing as gay sex. Gay is the people having the sex, not the sexual act itself.
Interesting. Okay. So now, what class do you offer that heterosexual men take? Is it the licking?
So the classes that the heterosexual men take are lip service, which is oral sex on a vulva. Okay, pussy kissing class.
Okay.
And then strokeology, which is for people with penises and people that wear strap-ons, to help them with confidence, control, and stamina.
Okay.
Now, for those classes, do they show up alone?
They ain't coming in person. I already told you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because I was just imagining some guy home like, hey, babe, I'll be back. I'm going to my pussy licking class.
No, so with that, okay, so again, I only offer those 2. I only offer strokeology online. And so I have a helper and I'm demonstrating the positions, and they can practice in the privacy of their own home. Again, fully clothed educational space. For the oral sex workshops, I have a fake vulva that I practice on, and a fake phallus that I practice on in those workshops as well. Now, you can upgrade if it's not the replay. If it's a live webinar that I'm hosting online, there's 2 different tickets, and you can upgrade your ticket to get a practice piece sent to you in the mail.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But no, it's not, because again, men are not showing up. Straight men are not showing up to learn in a space. I would love to do something with like 100 Black men or some organization like that. I do work with the Divine Nine, the fraternities, Black fraternities, but they're not around the sexual skill building. It's more about the sensual intelligence and like the sexual health pieces. I slide in that pleasure shit though, because I
Yeah,
just look
Yeah,
at
that's
it.
what they really. Yeah, that's
You know,
what-
but
it's
usually
like a Trojan horse.
yeah.
correct,
Yeah.
correct,
People want it. They don't want to say they want
Exactly.
exactly. And so I just give them what I know they really want, but I'm gonna come in under the pillars of the health and all the things.
Now, speaking of health, last week our guest was a doctor who was talking about reasons why, things might not be working so well after a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we talked about was sexual stamina of men.
Uh-huh.
And so what advice do you have about men that would like to learn how to last,
and
would like to
oral
last
stamina
longer?
of women.
Okay, we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, you already know how I get down. It's not men and women to me. It's everybody.
It's everybody.
So
Thank
for the people, if you got a dick, this is for you. If you got a penis, listen. Get up and walk for 5 minutes every hour, because we're sitting on top of our genitals all the time, and erection is blood flow. You sitting on top of your genitals, you're restricting that blood flow. So get up and walk around, stimulate that blood flow below the waist. Drink your water. If you're not drinking water, you're not properly circulation. Arousal is circulation. Sometimes it's a pickle, sometimes it's a pipe.
Yeah, there we go.
You want more pipe days, drink water, and don't skip leg day.
There we go.
Okay.
Right.
Also, masturbation with lubricants will help you with your stamina.
Any kind of lubricant? Are you getting your wife's face cream, or is there a better kind of lubricant?
That's a great question, because I know a man talking about he masturbated with his wife's natural hair products.
Oh my God, I would have a fit.
I was like, you know how much that shit costs?
This is my point. Or one of my friends caught her son masturbating with her La Mer face cream because it got the wrinkles out.
Listen,
I was about to die. I was like, that child needs to be beaten.
I would be mad because of the face cream, not because of the masturbation.
Like
but also
$200
the thought him masturbating of it all. Like, when you have those conversations, it's a natural thing, blah, 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 but it's something that's private. And so you masturbate in private spaces, but you masturbate with your shit. And if she had provided her child lubricant, her child wouldn't be looking in her hair, in her face cream.
I don't think that she knew that was happening.
But people don't think that their kids are masturbating, but they are.
Yeah.
And as early as 9, 10 years old,
Right.
in real life, they're masturbating around potty training time, but they don't know that's what it is. It just feels good. Right. But when they get older, they're masturbating for sexual pleasure at around 9, 10.
Wow.
And we don't talk to our girls about masturbation. We only talk to our boys about it. So imagine what that's like. That's a whole nother show, though. But as far as people, living longer and maybe their erection quality is not the same or their stamina is not the same, masturbation is great for that. But also, we think that you have to have an erection to have pleasure. And that's not the case. You can reach orgasm with a flaccid penis, and so can your partner.
Is that true, Chris?
I never tried it.
Okay.
So listen, if you have lubricant, if you could take lubricant and a flaccid penis and put lube across the clit, let's say just two, a man and a woman having sex, you could put lube across the vulva, take that flaccid penis, put some lube across there, and you know how normally you would just masturbate with your hand across the clit, use the head of the dick instead.
Okay.
So it feels amazing to both people. You get the warmth and firmness of the penis against the clit. It's not just the hands. And you get the warmth and wetness of the vulva. It's not just the hands on the penis. And you can both reach orgasm in that way. So people think that you have to have an erection to have sex, or you have to have an erection to reach orgasm, and that's not the case. So I challenge people to get more creative with their bodies and their pleasure, and don't just settle for whatever the fuck is happening.
That is good stuff. As Gina was saying, we've been doing this Dating Over 40 series. So the reason we had our guest is we're talking about testosterone problems and people getting checked out. Mm-hmm. Something's wrong with you. Number one, you should know what's going on, whether you need to, exercise, or whether you
or hormone replacement.
And that's what
we talked about. Yeah.
That was the show. The woman, that's what she did for women.
Dr. Strickland.
Yeah, and then the guy was on the show. He was going through a divorce, didn't even know they weren't having sex, but he was finding out he had all these things going on.
He wasn't going through a divorce.
Well, he did.
Well, not okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, but he lost all this weight. Number one, he then went to what do you call that? Hormone replacement.
Yeah, he had hormone.
But it was very interesting.
And
and we think about hormone replacement therapy with women when they reach menopausal age, but we need it way before that, and men need it way before that. We don't realize that our diets and our lifestyles don't support the hormone levels that we need.
Exactly.
Do most people who come in for a class, Are they? I mean, because obviously you make sex better for everybody.
Yes.
Are they? I mean, because doing this show, we get to feel that it's a lot of unsatisfied folk out here. So
that's why they come to us.
Right. They just come to talk about relationship, but to get the actual deeds better, they go there.
Right.
So do you find what's some of the common reasons people are coming in? Like, are they trying to make their sex life better, or they feel they aren't pleasing somebody, or they aren't getting pleasure themselves?
All of that.
Okay.
It is. I'm not having sex that I enjoy. I maybe want to step my game up because I feel like my partner came from maybe their resume is longer than mine, and I want to make sure I'm measuring up. I've been out the game for a minute, and I'm finna get back in these streets. So I want to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe my body is changing, and I used to ride, and now I feel a different way because I have a different body, or I've had an injury, or something like that. I just want to reconnect to my sexy because in real life, confident is the sexiest thing you can be.
True.
So they want to help with their confidence. Because again, confidence, control, and stamina is what I focus on. It's all of the reasons why people come to me.
Yes, Mina. Goody is an amazing teacher.
Mina says that Goody is an amazing teacher. She also
Mina, do you know?
She also had another comment up. I'm guessing she's familiar with your work. It said, where'd it go? Knee up, knee down.
Yeah.
Now, what's that? Now,
that sounds like
that
sounds like something she's heard from somewhere.
Mina must know.
Yeah, Mina knows.
Go,
Mina
Mina.
knows. So
Mina's my girl. That's my girl.
You know how when you Google something and Google offers suggestions? When you Google Goody Howard, knee up, knee down is the first suggestion for me.
Okay.
Knee up, knee down is the last position that I teach in the rhidology class.
Okay. And okay. Well, we'll have to. Are you gonna give us a little preview, or are you gonna make us go to the class?
I'm gonna make you go to the class. I'm gonna be in Chicago in August, so
I'm gonna miss it. I'll be away.
But you must let us know. Give us the particulars, and we will announce it. Shows leading up to that, because I want to see you do awesome, and I'll get some folks there.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah. Rhidology is a thing. I don't have anybody to show y'all the positions with. I'm in my office by myself. If I had someone with me, I would definitely give y'all a quick demo, but I don't have anybody with me here, so.
Okay.
We'll make them pay for it.
Yeah, I'll make them pay for it.
Question,
download it.
Last time, I was probably the first show. Admittedly, I was sort of taken aback, a little shy with some of the subject topics.
You?
So, can you believe that?
Who are you right now?
What's the latest and greatest in the sex toy world?
Yes.
Ooh. So the latest and greatest is really just figuring out new ways to use the same things.
Okay.
Because people like the rose is still a thing. People don't even know how to use the rose. They just buying it because the internet told them to.
I hear these terms.
A lot of people have the rose. One of my friends was talking about she was about to go somewhere. She was packing the rose in her suitcase.
I hear these
terms.
I
put mine on the charger in my car when I'm going to a gig.
What does the rose do? For those of us.
Okay, so it's
who
a
are newer
rose.
to the
I'm about to show you how to use it. Look, check this out. Okay, so this is the rose. It's designed and marketed as a clit sucking toy. But I want to let y'all know that every clit sucking toy also makes a great nipple toy, and nipple orgasms are a thing.
Who knew?
So if you're going to use it on your clit, if this is the clitoris, you put lube on the clit, you take the rose, you don't want to put it straight on here. You want to start on the side and kind of work your way around and then go back up and then put it on the clit. And you don't just want to hold it there. You want to undulate. You want to move it. You want to move it all around and just sort of create. Now, I'm telling y'all this because people think that, this is just for a woman to use on themselves. No. Fellas, if she on her back and her legs are over your shoulders and you stroking,
get the rose.
Get your rose.
You put this rose on that clit while you're stroking.
That's right.
Come on, somebody.
Double your pleasure, double your fun. Now we know.
Guys are gonna be coming in the bedroom with a cape on, like,
Kris.
Ha! I have roses in this penis.
But wait a minute. Because it also is a great tool to use on the penis. So if this is the penis, because you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. This is the frenulum right here. Okay, right above my finger, that's the frenulum. In medical science, in science and whole shit, we call that anatomical correlation. This is the most sensitive part of the penis. It's essentially the clitoris of the penis. Okay? If the partner is intact, just pull the foreskin down and it'll still be right there. Okay? What you want to do is just run a lick across the frenulum, take that rose, put it right on the frenulum like that. Again, you want to undulate. You want to move it. You don't want to leave it. But also, if you got this here, you just got the head on the front. You working the head on the front. The rose got the frenulum.
Sorry.
He's in church now.
That's a
Go
good-
You know
ahead.
what I'm saying?
Good claim.
So
He's like,
this is
"Preach."
one way,
Good
but also
claim.
you can lean the dick out, and then you got the balls while the rose is on the frenulum.
Okay.
So
Look,
I didn't even-
we've learned some gems.
Didn't even know what my
And we're not even
frenulum.
30.
I've
See,
written
you
that
got a
down.
frenulum
I have a
and didn't know.
frenulum.
Your friendly friend,
My
frenulum.
frenulum.
the frenulum is your friend.
Frenulum is my
right.
friend. Wow. So the rose is
So
popping.
everyone's okay. So can now to just get back to AskGoody.com. Is the rose available? Like is that available on your site?
Yes, everything
Okay.
is available on the site.
Okay.
And so I wanted to ask y'all what word you wanted because I usually give a 20% discount code when I'm on podcast, but I don't know what word to use for y'all.
We'll just use Critic.
Kris and Gina. Use Gina.
Okay.
Sure, use Gina.
Okay.
Why not? I haven't had my own coupon code before.
So-
Okay.
Do
So
people
for 20,
use-
if they go to AskGoody.com and use code Gina, they'll get 20% off, and that works for all pleasure tools, all Goody gear, and all replays. It does not work for live in-person events.
Tell us Goody Gear. What's Goody Gear?
Goody gear is I have like t-shirts and hoodies and tote bags that say things like "Get on their dick, not their nerves."
That's
Work
I'll
their
show you
clit,
that
not their
photo.
nerves.
That is Chris's. I think that's
No,
Chris's
no, I
mantra.
took a picture of that shirt. That was my favorite. That was my favorite photo. I looked through a photo. There it is. There's the shirt. For those of you who can see, I crossed out the word, but it actually says, yeah, I like that shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do people use, because I was trying to, this is an area I'm not well versed in. I couldn't research for this show. My notebook was empty. But I did do a Google on sex toys. I want to know what sex toys do people use still like dildos and anal beads and butt plugs and all the
So
some
here's the
good
thing
old
about
stuff.
anal beads and butt plugs. Anal beads and butt plugs are great for if you have a vagina, because you can put the anal plug in your butt and still have vaginal sex. So you're getting that dual pleasure, that dual pressure, and so it adds layers to your pleasure and makes you more receptive to the more than 18 different kinds of orgasms that are out there. But also the orgasms that you do have will be stronger. So people do still use all that stuff. People use stuff like this. It's a finger vibe, a little frisky finger vibe. It's great for, you can use this like on a vulva, lubricated on a vulva. You can use it in addition to oral sex on a penis.
What
You
does
can
it
use
do?
it in addition to oral sex.
What is it doing that your finger's not doing? Is this bigger?
Vibrating.
Oh, it's
It
vibrating.
vibrates.
Got it. I'm normally not
And it's
sweating
a
in the studio this
textured-
much.
It's very hot in here.
Oh.
Well, he's
Yeah, it's a textured silicone sleeve.
Uh-huh.
It's rechargeable, waterproof, wireless.
Okay.
So it adds a rumble to everything you touch.
Now, our audience is they've expressed some concerns that I want to address. And
Okay.
Jamal Matuka, who is one of our favorite viewers, along with Catherine Bomer, are concerned that
Can we blow up Jamal's?
can you blow up Jamal's?
you blow up Jamal's-
Second to last
Jamal's-
one, Jake.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah.
Will we become desensitized and have to always use tools?
No. So the reason why people become desensitized is because they're doing it wrong. If you're not using lubricant, I don't care how wet it is, how good it is, your natural moisture is designed to evaporate. Lubricant is a safer sex practice that creates a smoother ride between you and whoever or whatever you fucking. Okay? So you need to use lubricant. You also need to start off on the lowest setting and work your way up. I don't care if you know number 5 is your shit. Start off low and work your way up. Okay? The difference is people say desensitized. You can regain that sensation over time, but sex with an accessory is not going to feel like sex with a partner.
Right.
It's different. It doesn't mean it's better or worse. It's just different.
So you won't be ruined for partners if you
No.
start. Okay.
No. It's just different.
There was that
And
episode
again,
of Sex and the City.
you can use accessories in combination with partners. They're not competitors, they're teammates.
Okay.
I love how it all works.
There was
It's like they're teammates.
years ago there was an episode of Sex and the City. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do
There
know.
were quite a few, so tell me.
Well, when Charlotte got
Mhm.
addicted to her rabbit toy. It was like all
What's
the
the
rage
rabbit?
back. There was this rotating, insertable toy.
It's a
that
vibrator.
It was a
It
big.
has a clit. It looks like this kind of, and this part is a rabbit, and it
Yeah.
stimulates the clit, and this part goes inside the vaginal canal, and it
And
kind
it
of does like
just-
this.
Yeah,
That's what it does a lot.
it looked very involved. And apparently they had to stage an intervention between Charlotte
Because
and
she
the
had a
rabbit.
preference.
Yeah.
So, in most television, you don't see them using lubricant with their sex toys.
No. They
Well,
don't.
you didn't see her using lube.
No.
But also, when you masturbate, you know what it is. you're taking your pleasure into your own hands, figuratively and literally. But you don't have to worry about nobody else's feelings. You can focus on your pleasure. You know what I'm saying? It helps improve your sleep quality. It helps with like all these different things, but you don't have to worry about somebody else. Women specifically are socialized to worry about everybody else but us.
Right.
So when we start to enjoy self-pleasure, then no, I don't want to be worried about their feelings and when they want it and all these other things. I want to just worry about me and go to sleep.
Right.
So it wasn't even, I don't think it was even necessarily the pleasure that she got addicted to. She got addicted to the instant gratification, the only having to be worried about herself. You know what I'm saying? The power of it all. Everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power.
And so when people come to you, what is the thing that they think they know that they are very misinformed about?
That they don't need lubricants.
Lubricant is one, okay.
That's the main one. Girl, I miss Aquafina Wapity Wap 2023. Girl, bye. People think they don't need lubricant. People think they don't need sex toys. People think that because they're having sex, they don't need sex education.
Okay.
People think that squirt is pee. People think that if I'm having sex with my wife and she has sex with somebody else and I come back and have sex with her again, I can tell.
Let's talk about this squirt.
I knew you were going to go back to that.
You know me, I'm like,
He's like, wait. Back to that.
What exactly is squirt?
So squirt is female ejaculation. And it is, I can tell you what it's made of, where it comes from. It comes out, first and foremost, again, science and hoe shit. Anatomical correlation. I own scienceandhoeshit.com. That's the name of the book I'm working on. That's why I keep shouting it out. I use science to explain pleasure, right? So science and hoe shit, a penis can come and pee from the same hole. Why can't a vagina?
I don't have one. I don't know.
Do tell.
Ain't no answer, because it is.
I have no answer for you.
Ain't no answer, because we do. Okay?
And
that's
so
one. You think it's pee because it comes out the same hole. No. A penis can come and pee from the same hole, so can a vagina. Okay?
So there's no urine.
No, okay, so there are trace amounts of urine.
Okay.
Because it comes out of the same hole. So there are trace amounts of urine in male ejaculate as well. We don't want to have that conversation.
But all you ladies out there, just keep doing what you do. I'm sure it's some health benefits somewhere.
So what it is squirt is made up of the excess water from the bladder.
Okay.
And the bladder is not where urine comes from. That's why people don't know their bodies, so they don't know. Science and whole shit. The bladder holds excess water from the body. It doesn't become urine until it mixes with the impurities from the kidneys. So bladder, kidneys, urethra is urine.
Okay.
Bladder, Skene's gland, urethra is squirt. And the Skene's gland is the female prostate gland. Okay. So it feels like pee because it's coming out the same hole. It uses the same muscle groups. All right. But it's not pee. Just like men have a urinary and a sexual erection. You can't really fuck with a urinary erection. If you got to go pee and your dick get hard, you can't really have no good sex with that erection. It's a different kind of erection.
1,000.
So that's the same thing we have. We have clitoral erections when we're aroused and clitoral erections when we have to pee. So it feels like pee because it's the same hole, it's the same muscle groups. Difference is when you're aroused and having sex that you enjoy, keyword enjoy, and you feel like you have to pee, you just relax and let it go. Because it's a different kind of erection happening. Right. Now, if you pee during sex, it's going to hurt, and it's called sexual incontinence, and that's something completely different.
It sounds so unpleasant.
It is unpleasant as fuck, I'm sure.
It sounds very
unpleasant.
Do all women possess this capability?
Yes. All women that were assigned female at birth, happy pride, have the physical capability to squirt. But think about it like this. We all have the physical capability to have six packs, but we don't all have that shit. It takes intention and focus.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all can, but we don't all do. We all could have six packs too, but we don't.
It's like a Jedi Knight level.
Right.
Well, you can't. But again, we trick ourselves out of it. We think if we're having sex and we're connected to the pleasure and we feel like we got to pee, we're like, wait, I got to pee. And we try to go pee. And then when you get over there trying to pee, you can't because it wasn't pee. You just gave your orgasm away. Oh. So if you're having sex that you enjoy
Just let it out. Just let it
Just
go.
relax.
Whatever
and let
it
go.
is.
Now, if you go to bed at 10 o'clock and they come in the bedroom at 10:45 trying to have some sex and you just trying to keep the peace, okay? And you going to have some sex because you want to go to bed quietly, and you feel like you got to pee during that sex, that might be peace, sis. Hold what you got. You know what I'm saying? If you're not connected to the pleasure, you just having some obligatory sex so you can keep the peace.
Yeah, I guess
And you
you
feel like
know
you got to
to
pee.
smell it later.
That might be pee. Also, fun fact, the fluid from the Skene's gland is oil-based. That's why it takes longer for squirt to dry than urine.
What gland? What are you calling this? The
Skene's gland. Skene. Skene.
I take notes.
Skene's gland.
Skenes.
It's the prostatic equivalent. It's the prostate gland in a female body.
Yeah.
Wow. Who knew?
Okay. So,
Science and house shit, I'm telling you.
now we've got another comment, Jamal Matuka at the end.
What is it? Can we
He
blow it
wants
up
to
for
know,
everybody?
Why is the woman's orgasm so much weaker? Here we go.
I wouldn't say
That must be from a man.
I would say that it's the opposite.
Of course, from a man.
It's you don't know, baby. It's okay.
I think it's the opposite.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's why is it so much weaker? No, y'all's is way weaker. There are 4,000 nerve endings in the head of the penis. There are more than 10,000 nerve endings in the clitoris. So it's not about the weaker of the orgasm. However, I will say this. If you're not properly hydrated, your orgasm is going to be weaker no matter what kind of genitals you have. Because orgasms are muscle contractions. And if you're properly hydrated, your muscles are functioning at peak levels. So peak functioning muscles contract stronger than not hydrated, the muscles that are not hydrated to peak levels. So if this is what your regular orgasm looks like, this is what your hydrated orgasm is going to look like. And so I'm not saying that the orgasms that you're having are weak. I'm just saying they could be strong.
Oh,
Okay.
good stuff.
And
That's
so
good
if
to
you feel like your female partner's orgasms are weaker than yours, either maybe she's reserved and she's not embodying all the pleasure that she's experiencing, or her orgasms are not as strong, or her engagement and arousal is not as strong, and that has less to do with you and more to do with her ability to focus and stay present in her pleasure.
The same person made an addendum to the question. Jay, can you put it up on the main screen? He said he forgot to add desire to orgasm. So,
okay,
I don't know.
I'm like, why would
So
that
the
be a
desire
thing?
piece.
I don't know.
Desire piece is huge. Okay, so with desire, that there's lots of different things that contribute to desire. Relationship satisfaction. If I'm carrying all the weight in the relationship, if there's not an equitable division of labor in the relationship, if I don't feel like you listening to me, if I don't feel like you take me serious or support my dreams or whatever the case may be, studies show that receiving partners tend to exert their power in the bedroom. So if I don't like you with clothes on, if I got a problem with you upright with clothes on, and I feel like this is the only place I'm powerful in our relationship, that's where I'm going to exercise that power. So sometimes the desire piece comes into because maybe they don't like you right now, or maybe y'all are beefing and they can't disconnect the two. Sometimes it is they feel like there's a not equitable distribution of labor in the relationship, and they feel like they're doing way more than you, and they don't feel like it's balanced, or they don't feel seen or heard or valued for whatever reason. So it's not necessarily the desire piece is more mental than physical. But also we have to get up and keep our blood flowing and walk around as well. We sit on top of our genitals all day too. Being properly hydrated comes into play again because a dehydrated brain functions as a depressed brain. So you might not even be in the mood to get over there because you ain't drinking your water, you're not getting your oxygen, you're not getting your vitamin D from the sun, not from somebody's sun. You're not getting all the things you need to help fuel that desire.
So what's
But
wrong?
also, low desire is a thing without a problem too. To be clear, people think, "Oh, what's wrong with me? My desire is not as high as it used to be." That thing ebbs and flows and changes just like your appetite does. Everyone doesn't have the same desire levels. It's okay to be low desire. That doesn't necessarily mean anything is wrong with you. That just might be how you are.
This is great info, by the way.
Well, so go ahead. What were you gonna
No,
say?
because let's talk about, I'm trying to learn about male folk too. I don't know if we put that together. No, seriously. Men have conversations like women have conversations about problems, right? And whether we feel like we're on the good end or the bad end of whatever, the receiver or the giver, or we still trying to do it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So, some men are more in touch with their emotion in the sense that I'm not fucking with you right now, so I'm not. You don't deserve this dick, kind of thing. So some men get that way, and they're like, look, I'm not even, listen, they exist. You may not know them, or they may not be telling you because you're not a safe space for them to say that to, which I can see and understand, Kris.
I'm not a safe space. I'm working on that. I told you I was doing some improvement.
But and I appreciate the growth. The first step is acknowledging that it's a challenge, right?
It is.
But sometimes if you don't deserve this dick, I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying? So it's that too. And I know men that it don't matter if they sick, they got COVID, it don't matter what the fuck. You try to get them some pussy, they trying to take it.
They over there.
But also,
hey, you know what? You ain't getting this. I'm just gonna waste it over here.
Listen, they may do that. They may go give it to somebody else. Who knows? What I'm saying is, it doesn't. I don't want us to pigeonhole men that they feel like, because there are men that have low desire as well, and that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It just means they're not feeling it. And that's okay. We got to make space for that.
So this is the over 40 sex show. Now I know there's a whole lot of things over 40 that go into sexual desire aside from just the actual sex. I mean, there's a lot of, especially in long-term relationships, as you mentioned earlier, if you're not feeling the person, like if he's pissing you off all day or if she's nagging all day, then maybe sex isn't really like what you're
not. And you know what? Not even that. Sometimes love is not enough, to be clear. Okay, I say this all the time. You need love, trust, respect, and safety.
Okay.
So if I don't feel safe with you, my pussy dry. If I don't respect you, or you made a decision that I don't respect, my pussy dry. I ain't never re-respected nobody, to be clear.
Okay.
If I don't trust you, if I don't feel like I can trust you, or I don't feel safe with you, that shit is over with. And so sometimes that low desire comes from, I'm seeing a side of you that I don't respect. I'm seeing a side of you that I don't trust. I'm seeing a side of you that I don't feel safe with. I love you, but I don't like you. I don't trust you. I don't respect you, and I don't feel safe with you.
Okay.
I don't trust that you're gonna pay these bills. I don't trust that you're gonna not throw my vulnerabilities in my face when you're mad at me. I don't trust that you respect that I need some space to breathe. And that's on either side, for the man or the woman. The man could be like, I don't trust, you don't respect the fact that when I get home, I need about 15 minutes to just decompress. You don't respect the fact that I need that. Right?
What if he's just not taking the trash out?
Correct.
Like, just hey, man out here getting cursed out for not taking out that trash.
Shit. Listen, I wish I would take some trash out, but it's all of those things. You got to have that trust, respect, and safety with the fellas too. Can I feel safe telling you how I feel about something? Can I feel safe to show my emotional sides, not just anger and lust? And are you going to throw that back in my face when we get into it because you saw me feeling emotional other than anger and lust?
Of course she is.
No, she's not. It depends. But if you don't listen, but if you feel like she is, you're not gonna want to fuck her. You're not gonna want to be with her because you can't trust her.
Right.
And you don't feel safe with her.
This is true.
We got about 7 minutes, but good. Before folks might duck out of here, do you have the dates that you'll be in Chicago?
Yes. So I want to do a meet and greet too. So I'll be Rideology Chicago is Friday, August 18th, from 7 to 9 p.m. I'm still trying to secure a venue. There are a couple in play. Kris, you gave my husband one too. I got to call them, but I'm leaving for LA tomorrow, so it's going to be a blur.
And as a thank you, when you do that, my daytime job, I will give you some bottles of wine and spirits you could use as prizes or whatever.
Thank you so much. Because I don't drink, but I help people drink for sure.
There you go.
And I want to do like a meet and greet Saturday the 19th that evening. I would love to do something somewhere. I don't know yet.
Can you put her site up there anyway, just so people can check periodic? It's ask. Well, you want to go Ask Goody on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I'm Ask Goody everywhere. I'm Ask Goody everywhere. Likes can be clicked. That's the website. That's everything. I will be doing the Bay Area tomorrow. Well, what's tomorrow? Wednesday.
Where in the Bay Area?
Hold on. Is it like San Jose, San Francisco? July 6th is the Bay. San Jose, San Francisco area. San Diego is July 7th. LA is July 8th.
Okay.
Fort Lauderdale is July 12th. Cleveland is July 19th. Houston is July 23rd.
Damn, girl.
Austin is August 2nd. And Chicago is August 18th. I have
you out here like an R&B group just traveling around.
I'm on tour. No shit. I'm on tour.
I'm smiling because I'm actually on your IG and I was looking at 9 ways to use a wand.
Yes.
Goody's all over the place on here.
Goody is everywhere.
This is a good site. We need some stuff like this. I mean, not sexual, but you.
But
know
I mean, yeah, we need some content.
This is good stuff. Yeah, please, folks, go to her Instagram is Ask Goody. You'll tell friends about it. If you're in the Chicagoland area, let's support Goody because she's gonna help your life out.
Yes, she is.
So help Goody help you. So
do you do bachelorette parties?
I do still do bachelorette parties. I do bachelorette parties, private events, book club, whatever you want to do. The challenge, I do have Afterpay on my site too, because people gonna get on the website and fill away. I don't know what to tell you. So it's private bookings start at $1,000. If they're locally in the Dallas area, I do have Afterpay on the website. If you want me to travel, then it's $1,000 plus travel and lodging.
So you are located where?
And I'm located in Dallas, Texas. I'm based in Dallas, Texas. But like the month of July, I'll be here 7 days and not even in a row. So it just depends. I definitely travel and I'm out and about.
Okay. Well, everyone.
I also speak at like conferences and stuff like that. And I have a master's of social work and a master's of public health. So I do all the things.
Yeah.
We still got about 3 minutes. But if you had to give like a couple tips to men, a couple tips to women, like what would those be in general? Because I like that you talk a lot about the mindset, about how a man or a woman feels, affects what they get out of it. And you are a believer, and I'm a believer in people are sort of responsible for their own happiness, whether it's sex, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship. I say that all the time. So what tips would you get people if they're sort of stuck and can't seem to, make things better?
So if you have a penis, I'm gonna give you a couple of tips. First of all, take the hair off your balls. Okay.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Take the hair off your balls.
Yeah.
And put some lube on them. Take the boys off the bench and put them in the game. When you put lubricant on your balls, it adds surface area for the person that you fucking to play with, right? So if you hit it from the back and the person you fucking has a clit, that clit ball action is great, and there's lubricant back there. If you have a dick and the person you fucking have a dick, your balls slapping together. Put some lubricant on that thing, keep the party going. You feel me?
If you could
it's all about the thing.
You would cry. Anyway.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated seems to be the theme throughout.
Especially in the summertime, half your body weight ounces in water a day. Help the people that's trying to suck your dick, because cum should be the texture of spit, not snot. And if you don't have enough water in your system, that thing is going to be too thick, and whoever is sucking your dick is going to be upset, and they're going to suck less dick because they're not going to want that thick ass stuff in their mouth. Okay,
we don't want
so help the person that's trying to put their mouth on your penis and drink more water.
Fellas, drink water. Help them suck your dick.
Help them help you. That's what, see? Great minds. Help them help you.
So if you have a vulva, I'm talking to you. Listen, I don't care what your landscaping practices are, okay? But you want to make sure that you air dry. You want to make sure that you're properly hydrated. I think that underwear is optional. But if you're going to wear underwear, they need to be cotton and white in the crotch. Drink your water. You cannot squirt Starbucks, sis. I don't care what they told you. Okay? Drink your water.
Ladies, write that down. You cannot
caramel macchiato, mother.
Listen, the mango dragon fruit refresher. No. Water. Also, you want to think about like stretching and all that stuff. Everybody needs to be stretching because it helps keep the blood flowing, and arousal is blood flow.
And it stops cramps during sex, which I've heard that could happen.
Yes, because your vagina is a muscle and you can't get a Charlie horse in your pussy. Also, okay, lubricant is your friend. I don't care if you're Miss Aquafina Whoppity Wop 2023. Your body's natural moisture is designed to evaporate. Okay, get you a little hands-free soap dispenser and fill it full of lube and put it next to your bed. Hit that zzz, and keep the party going. That way you ain't got to take the top off or squish it down or none of that. You just zzz and keep it going. Okay, just a little bit. It'll be just enough amount. Call it a day.
Let's talk about, do you have a lube type preference? What do you recommend?
There we go. So there we go.
I'm so excited because I have a lube coming out.
Oh, yay.
I have. It's water-based. It's called Gloss Aqua. Okay. And it's a water-based lubricant. It was formulated by a black cosmetic chemist who is original Goody Gang. It was like, we need to do this. Pre-sales start at the end of July. Shipping starts in October. It is amazing. So that's my personal preference. Okay. Up until that point, if you do not, it's not ready yet. So if you're trying to get some lubricant right now, I also sell a lube called Fuck Water. I originally tried it because of the name, because it's fucking genius.
Yes.
But it is amazing. Fuck Water comes in water-based and silicone options. I prefer water-based lubricant because it's condom and sex toy compatible. Silicone lube is great for anal sex and masturbation. Just test your sex toys and your condoms.
Slow down for me. Give me the lube difference. I'm taking notes.
Hey, boy, is he taking notes.
Can you give me the lube differences again, please?
Okay, so water-based lubricant is great for condoms and sex toys. It's the most universal lubricant. But if you're a squirter or you're having sex in the water, it will have to be reapplied.
Got it.
Silicone lube is great for reducing friction over longer periods of time. It doesn't have to be reapplied. So it's great for anal sex, and it's great for penis masturbation because there's a lot of friction. Yeah. Okay. And it's great for sex in the shower and things like that. Oil-based lubricant, I don't necessarily recommend, but there are people that's all they want to use. Oil-based lubricant is not condom or sex toy compatible unless the sex toys are made of glass or metal. It can stain your sheets, and if you're using oil-based lubricant, the people that have vulvas or that are using it internally, it's a higher prevalence of BV, bacterial vaginosis, because it's harder to get that oil out of your body.
Just say no to that.
Okay.
There are all these lubes out there.
If you're allergic to a lot of stuff, silicone is going to be your best bet because it has the least amount of ingredients and they're all man-made.
Okay. So water seems to be your friend, as Boosie has identified.
Yes.
And so, all right, with the lube, should you be using that every single time you have sex? That should just be an ad. That should be every time you're going
with yourself or somebody else or by yourself or whatever. And I say this because not only as spit is not lube. So
whatever works.
No.
I'm just joking.
I'm looking at the man.
So lubricant not only helps with like the wetness, right? It also helps with elasticity. So some of y'all got these thick ass partners with these thick ass pieces, and you get that little rip at the bottom of your vaginal opening, little baby episiotomy, you rip a little bit because you didn't have the elasticity. So moisturizer, lubricant helps with the wetness, but it also helps with the elasticity. So I'm not saying it's a commentary on your ability to not get wet and blah, blah, blah. It's not that. It's a safer sex practice that reduces friction, helps you stop ripping, helps you get better. It be not painful. Some people are having painful sex and thinking that it's supposed to be that way.
Okay.
Also, men be stingy with the foreplay. And so you're supposed to be having sex and your oven ain't even heated up good. That lube will save your life while y'all out here tripping.
So
people are stingy with the foreplay. I heard you say that.
Oh, now you want to be non-gender. Now you want to ungender the conversation.
People are stingy with foreplay.
Okay, so for people who don't know, I have one more question. For people who don't know, what's the best way to apply lube? Is it to him, to you, to a woman, to man? What are you doing?
Okay, so just a dime size amount, and you just apply it on whatever. You can apply it to your vulva before inserting. If you're gonna you're doing stimulating the vulva, put it on the vulva. If you're gonna insert something in, put it on whatever you're inserting.
Okay, cool. That's a good question.
Yeah. See, and CBD lube, is that recommended?
CBD is amazing, and there is a Gloss Aqua CBD coming out at the end of the year. But yes, CBD. Cool. But the thing about CBD is most CBD lubes are oil based.
That's what I was wondering.
So find a CBD that is water based.
Great. All right.
Yay. Great advice.
Thank you.
We have a show coming up afterward, so we got to leave. We got to leave you, Goody. But listen, August 18th, people, Goody will be in town. Come back next week. Show people this show so they can check Goody out. They can check out the Kris and Gina show.
Widely share.
Widely share. We believe in sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
We got Brian Foster. Was Brian Foster on?
No, but it's me and Sean Watson.
So tell folks how to see you real quick.
In the Zone. Go to the In the Zone podcast just right after this, which is if you're watching this later, just go to In the Zone podcast, and that's going to be the show for today.
That's all we got for now. This concludes our sex series on the Dating Over 40.
Thank you.
Goody is always a treat. I want to thank you again, Goody, for coming out. And please, a few weeks before the show, let me know, and I will advertise, do whatever we need to do to make you successful.
Right.
Maybe we'll even do a live event around that time.
That would be fun.
Bring Goody
I
in
wish
live
I
and in person.
I wish I were going to be here.
We will marinate on that.
But the coupon code is Gina, 20% off.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you go to Ask
Goody,
yeah, the coupon Gina, Gina, fellas. Not saying y'all can't spell.
It's right there on the screen.
I know some of y'all. That's all I got. Thank you, Jada. Thanks, Goody. Jake, You were awesome at the super producer station. That's all we got, people. Peace and love. We'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. Bye, Goody. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Gina B, good job.
The notes that you take.
I know.